Hello, 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 guys. We're on, what is it, the second week of December now? The excitement. It's a very Christmassy feeling episode today. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. Anyway, how are you all doing? How is everything going? Are you excited for Christmas? Are you Christmas fans or are you bar humbugs? Because there are those kinds. There's the ones who wear their la 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 Christmas hats and the ones who buy the bar humbug hats. Sorry, head's in my lap. We here are very excited for Christmas. Loves it so much. I think it helps as well when you've got kids because they help bring out your inner kid. I mean, I've got an inner kid anyway, but yeah, they really help bring out that inner kid. And so, you know, you do all the little things for them and it makes it all great for you and it's so magical, especially with kids. So, yes. Here, it's kind of like a magical time leading to a glimmer of hope in the UK because obviously we've approved the first vaccine. So they're rolling that out. So hopefully by sort of springtime next year, this crap will be over, hopefully. And it's just amazing how well people come together and how science does progress and make these things and help out. And you know, there's bound to be some other bloody pandemic down the line with bloody other diseases that happen or biological this and that in there. So to know that there is someone out there who can make this stuff and can do it, and there's something that feels really wrong with my chair. Sorry, it feels like it's gonna. Little ones watching Paw Patrol. Very excitable. It's just amazing the advances of science, what they can do. I mean, there are some things obviously they can't do, and maybe more money went into that than some of the things it does go into, but they've done amazing, and I'm really proud of everything that has happened. And like I said, it is a glimmer of hope. So this Christmas is almost like that magical end of the darkness, like it would have been anyway, the pagan celebration of the celebration of what's coming next and the end of all the dark and you know, that sort of magicalness. But now it's like that again and leading into good, better things. So yeah, very good, very happy Christmas. So that is what mainly this episode is about today. It is gonna be a doozy of an episode, hopefully. And as it is what is it? The 7th of December today. It's a Monday, which means it is Ghosts, Myths and Legends. Today's episode, like I said before, it's going to be Christmassy based. But unfortunately, it's not going to be all the nice little traditions of Christmas. No, not mistletoes and Yule logs. For this episode, we are looking at the terrifying, horrifying traditions of Christmas. You got it, guys. First off, as with the Scottish myths, no particular order, just a list and a video on some of the terrifying legends there are around Christmas. We're going to start off with, because it was Krampus night at the weekend, we'll start with a big Krampus himself. Now, Krampus, or Krampus, I just like saying it like that, but Krampus, is more of a Central European sort of thing mainly. He has started moving over into America. They've sort of adopted him quite a lot. I'm glad to heck that we don't over here. But he is, as many people like to say, he is the sort of twin of Santa. So he's like the dark side, whereas Santa's the good side. He's like the darkness and like yin and yang, good cop, bad cop sort of thing. Now Krampus, he's huge, he's really large and has hooves and horns, and he's going to be like sort of part goat. He drags chains behind him and a birch whip and a sack. So it's sort of like every essence Santa, but with all the horrible shit. So he punishes all those naughty little children and tries to make them good if he can. That's why the birch whip goes with him, because if you're a bit naughty, give you a whooping and be like, this is the one, you be good, as you're gonna get worse. And those children that don't repent and don't learn and don't do anything good That's what the sack comes in for, because he will not give you gifts. He will put you in his sack and drag you down to the underworld where you are never seen again. Oh yes. So where Santa gives, Krampus takes, and that's usually your kids. So yeah, think on. But it gets more terrifying. Oh yes, it does. Because next up we have, and I hope I'm saying this right, and I'm checking the time so I don't want it to run out. Frou Perkta. Perkta. Frou Perkta. Now she comes from Austria and Bavaria, that sort of area. She is a witch who has a beak for a nose, and she dresses in rags. She likes it if you aren't lazy, and she's very into spinning. She's also like a sort of a bit of a spinning goddess and stuff, and she's very into if you do your work and you dress nice even though she's in rags. And she too punishes you. If you're lazy, you will get punished. If you're a bad kid and you don't do anything good and you're very lazy and stuff, it gets bad. If you're good, she will leave you a silver coin or sweets. Yeah, well and good, nice. If you're bad and you don't learn, she will cut you open, rip out all your insides. Disembowelment is large in her life, and then she will stuff you back up with garbage and straw. And I suppose she leaves you there for a reminder to everyone else. I gave you a chance. I said, come on, can you do this? No, they didn't do it, did they? So, how many more weird and wonderful things are there? Well, actually, there are quite a lot of terrifying Christmas editions. This next one isn't really terrifying. It's more really weird. And I'm not shitting on anyone's tradition because it's their tradition and it makes sense. But for me, I think if you're a child and you have that, it'd be like, what the is that? And it would be really weird, and I think you would be scared as a child. But it's not meant with malice, and it doesn't hurt you like Krampus or Perkta. Anyway, it's from Wales, and I'm hoping I pronounced this right. If there are any Welsh people watching, I'm sorry. I think it's Mary Lloyd. Mary Lloyd. Anyway, it's a she, and she comes from the 25th of December up to 12th night. She is large, and it's a horse skull, a literal horse skull, though sometimes it is a wooden sort of structure that they have rigged up so the mouth opens and shuts. It usually has glass in the eyeball sockets to mimic the eyeballs, a large robe, a large robe to cover up the person who's maneuvering it, like a giant sort of, it's like, comes from Punch and Judy sort of thing, so it's like a giant puppet. It's usually got streamers and ribbons in its mane and everything, and they sing songs, and they come to your door and they knock on the door. So imagine if you're a child and you open the door and you're little and you're not expecting it, and there's this looming great big bloody skull staring down at you like, I would think you'd be forgiven if you shit your pants. So anyway, it's quite a fun tradition after that. There's lots of banter with it, and it's quite mischievous and cheeky, and it does its own bidding. And she comes to the house with a little posse of guys, and they sing songs at your door, and the household sings back. They do singing rhymes back, and the household gives reasons to her why she can't come in, and they keep going back and forth until the household can't think of any more reasons to come in. And then when they run out, she comes in, and the household has to feed her and water her and all her posse, but then that household gets good luck all year round, which is, that bit is fun and it's really nice. It's just the whole idea of the way, I mean, you know, it's their tradition and it's their legend, so far be it for me, like I said, to shit on it, but how terrifying for a young child to see that looming above you. That would seriously shit you up a little bit. And for our last one, I'm sorry I'm rushing through them today, but yes, school runs and all this stuff. But The last one, and this isn't, like I said, no means the last. There are lots of them. There are Yule cats. There are weird little troll things. There is a butcher. So if you want to know about these ones that I missed off the list and you're interested, you're like, a butcher, what the hell's that got to do? You know, we're not talking about cutting up Christmas meat here, just a heads up. You know, comment below and I will happily do an episode on the other horrible legends of Christmas if that is what you want. But for now, we're going to end with one that I think is hideous. It's Hans Trapp, and he's from Alsace and the Rhine in France. Now, he was a greedy, unscrupulous character of a man, and he used witchcraft and in the end sold his soul to the devil and made deals with the devil so that he could become wealthy and powerful. But this didn't go down well with the Catholic Church of which he was part of. No. Obviously it wouldn't, would you? No. So they kicked him out of the church. They, you know, went, we're not having your shit, sorry, go. And obviously with this, even though he made his deal with the devil, he lost his social standing, he lost his wealth. He was basically homeless and living in the countryside, and he took to roaming the countryside, and he would disguise himself as a scarecrow. He would wear tattered rags and stuff it with straw, and he would just hide out, watching people. And it went into his head during this time, it consumed him basically, that he had this mad urge that he weirdly wanted to taste human flesh. It was all he could think about when he was hiding out for some strange reason, you know, whatever comes into your head. And yeah, it was constant. I want to taste human flesh. What does it taste like? I really want to try this. And one day he came across a young shepherd boy, and he managed to lure the shepherd boy away, and unfortunately he kills him and he cooks him. But before he could take his first bite of this kid's flesh, God finally, I mean, no offense, Lord, but why did you take so long that you actually let the kid get killed? I don't know. But anyway, but God was like, well, you know, you've done this atrocity, you've done all those other atrocities, this is just, it's an affront to everyone if you eat this poor kid as well. So, sorry, where was I? Knock at the door, Christmas parcel, told you, Christmas. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so God finally went, look, you can't be doing that. You've done really bad stuff, but if you eat this poor child, that is it, I have had it. So he killed him with lightning. And for some strange reason, I don't know why they let this happen. I really don't, because to me, that'd be it. You'd be in hell. You sold your soul. That's it. You're gone, mate. You killed a child and you're going to eat him. No, just no. I mean, killing's bad, but it's a child. I'm a mum. But anyway. So his soul and his spirit, I don't know how he managed to get away with it, because obviously he should have gone to hell because he sold his soul. But there we go. It's not cool. His spirit was allowed to go and work with Saint Nick to gain redemption, and he still dresses as a scarecrow, so thanks for that scary thing there. And he goes and he comes across naughty kids as scarecrows. I mean, I don't know if he still gets to eat any that are really bad. I hope not, because God won't let him, so maybe, you know, he just... But because he's gaining redemption, I think what he does is he goes around kids that are naughty and he tells them his fate, and he's like, you know, you have to repent. You have to learn from what I did, and you have to get your virtue back, and you have to be good. And, you know, Saint Nick, he's lovely. He will give you presents, and he, you know, gives you love and joy and the magic and spirit of Christmas. But if you end up bad, there is people like me to eat you and to scare the bejesus out of them, so that hopefully they will, you know, do their thing and be good. So, those are a few of the truly terrifying Christmas legends that there are. And like I said, there are loads. I mean, the butcher, there's the Yule cats and everything. If you want to know about those, then please just comment below. Let me know. I will happily tell you. And there's also a truth behind, as there is some legends, the legends of Hans Trapp. So if you want to know about that, then comment below. We can always go into that in some detail at another time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't freak out about Christmas Terrible Legends. Think about all the magic. But bear in mind, stay good, be good, try and be virtuous. As virtuous as you can be, because we're only human, but you know. Try and keep the spirit of Christmas alive. Make sacrifices for it. Give, love. Don't let Krampus come and get you. Always remember as well, you guys are important. You are worth everything. Never put yourselves down. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!